Hi, this is Jason Lisk with Pool Genius. I'm here with your 5 most popular survivor picks for NFL Week 2. Let's start off with number 5. That is the Buffalo Bills coming off their exciting Sunday Night Football win. The Bills go on the road to the Jets. They are favored by 6.5 points. We project them for 7% popularity. Now, the Bills are one of the bigger favorites of this week, but they're very similar in odds and spread to a bunch of other options. Given that the Bills have a very favorable schedule over most of this season, a lot of people are choosing to save them relative to some of these other choices. That seems like a good option to save the Bills. There are other spots that they will be more valuable, particularly in the next couple of weeks. They do host the Saints at home in week 4, for example. Now to number 4 on our list, the Los Angeles Rams playing against the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. Titans lost at Denver last week. The Rams beat the Texans. The Rams now go on the road as a 5.5-point favorite. They have a projected 8% popularity this week, a solid EV at that pick rate, a fair amount of future value, not extremely high, but there are other weeks when you might consider the Rams. Still a team that's in consideration for this week as well. Coming in at number 3 in our pick popularity. They were popular last week. They get to do it again and see if they can make us sweat some more. The Arizona Cardinals were the second or third most popular pick last week. They're back in the top 3 again this week when they host the Carolina Panthers. Panthers did not look good in week 1, and losing at Jacksonville comfortably never really mounted a challenge. Meanwhile, Arizona won at the Saints. It was a struggle late. They had to lead the whole game, but they needed a late pass breakup to stave off survivor elimination for many of us. So the Cardinals check back in at number 3. We project them with about 14% pick popularity this week. They are again, a solid EV choice. They do have a lower amount of future value than, say, definitely the Bills and some of our other options this week. The Cardinals do project as one of the top 3 most popular again in week 5 when they host the Tennessee Titans. Number 2 on our list, we'll turn to Big D, America's team. Coming off their close loss at Philadelphia with extra rest, they get the Giants in a division rival home game. Cowboys are a 6-point favorite at home against the Giants, who did not look particularly good in Russell Wilson's debut with the team in their loss to the Washington Commanders. Dallas, we are projecting with about 15% pick popularity this week. They are the lowest future value choice right now on the board. That means we don't project many other weeks where they are a clear survivor choice. In fact, this may be the largest spread that they have all year unless they catch a team with an unexpected quarterback injury or something like that. They don't have a particularly favorable and easy schedule, and so they don't face a lot of the bottom teams in the NFL at home. The other highest spot you might want to consider them, besides week 18 at the Giants, is week 6 at Carolina. But that's a road game, and depending on how Dallas looks, that may not be in play. So the public is starting to flock to Dallas in week 2 as that future savings pick that allows you to save some of the better teams for later. And for number 1 on our list, they may have blown the big lead on Sunday night, but they now have the double-digit spread entering this week, the first double-digit spread of the year. The Baltimore Ravens hosting the Cleveland Browns. The Baltimore Ravens are, along with the Bills, one of our top 2 teams to have for future value. The Ravens project as one of the top 3 teams in win odds in several weeks this year. There's going to be many weeks you might consider them. So that raises the question that you have to consider for your strategy. Do you want to use them now? They are your safest relative pick to get through week 2. Or do you want to save them for a later spot when they might not be as available to most of the pool and have great leverage against your opponents when they are picking even riskier teams? Spots like the Jets at home in Week 12, New England at home in Week 16, Chicago at home in Week 8 are the kind of positions that look like they might be higher value from an expected value standpoint, even if the win odds are similar. So that's something you have to consider with Baltimore this week. That concludes your top 5 most popular. Once again, it is the Baltimore Ravens, the Dallas Cowboys, number 3, the Arizona Cardinals, in the 4th position, the Los Angeles Rams, and 5th, the Buffalo Bills. So good luck in your Week 2 Survivor picks.